Good morning, students. I'm back with a new video. In the previous class, we discussed about breakdown mechanisms and rectification technique. Coming to rectification, there are two types, half-wave rectifier and full-wave rectifier. In the half-wave rectifier, only half of the input waveform is rectified. So we are getting very low output voltage and only one diode is used in half-wave rectifier. Coming to the full-wave rectifier, we are getting complete waveform, but negative half cycle is also converted to positive half cycle in order to obtain the same current direction for positive and negative half cycle. So while comparing with half-wave rectifier with full-wave rectifier, in full-wave rectifier we are getting more voltage than half-wave rectifier, but since two diodes is used and we need to connect a center point for the secondary winding of the transformer. Since this will be a major disadvantage, this will be a major issue here. Like, in order to find out the middle point of the secondary winding is the issue here. So in order to overcome that problem, in order to overcome the locating the middle point of the secondary winding, we will have one more full-wave rectifier, that is bridge rectifier. So in this concept, we are going to discuss about one of the full-wave rectifier, that is bridge rectifier, and clippers. Okay, clippers is completely new topic, we will see. So coming to bridge rectifier, again bridge rectifier is also a full-wave rectifier. So in this bridge rectifier, we are obtaining a complete waveform. We are not going to waste any of the waveform. And what is the one more disadvantage in center tapped rectifier? Locating the middle point is first disadvantage, and only half of the secondary winding voltage is utilized. These two are the major disadvantages, and we are going to overcome these two by using full-wave rectifier. How to do this? Let's see. In the full-wave rectifier, we are using 4 diodes, and the AC input supply is applied diagonally to opposite ends of the bridge to the transformer again. So this is the block diagram of, this is the circuit diagram of full-wave rectifier. Again, we are applying the AC input sine wave to the primary winding of the transformer, and from the secondary winding we are applying this AC value again to the diodes. Here we are using 4 diodes, D1, D2, D3 and D4. Okay, and we have labeled the two secondary windings of the transformer as P and Q. It's just for our understanding purpose. You can also label it as A and B as you wish. Okay, now during the positive half cycle, what happened? So the output is collected across load resistor RL. Okay, what happened during the positive half cycle? The end P becomes positive and the end Q becomes negative. So for the D1, diode D1 positive terminal, a positive supply is applied. Okay, for the D2 positive terminal, a negative electrode is connected. For the negative terminal of D4, a positive electrode is connected, and in the same way for the negative terminal of D3, negative voltage is connected. So we know when the diode will be forward biased and when the diode will be reverse biased. When a positive external voltage is connected to the diode positive terminal, it will be forward biased. In the same way, when a negative external voltage is connected to the diode negative terminal, it is also forward bias. In very short, when positive positive connects, the diode will be positive forward biased, and when negative positive or positive negative will connects, it will be reverse biased. So let's see. For D1 positive terminal, a positive voltage is connected. A positive voltage is applied. So D1 will be forward biased because positive voltage from P1, positive voltage from P will be connected to D1 positive terminal. So we can simply say that D1 is forward bias. Coming to D3, a negative voltage at Q is connected to negative terminal of D3. Negative voltage to negative terminal of D3. So D3 also forward bias. Coming to D2, a negative voltage from Q will be applied to D2 positive terminal. A negative voltage from Q will be applied to D2 positive terminal. So D2 will be reverse bias. In the same way, a positive voltage from P will be connected to negative voltage of D4. So D4 will also be reverse bias. Now, we can sense that during positive half cycle, D1 and D3 will be forward biased and D2 and D4 will be reverse biased. Clear? So, during positive half cycle, we are getting the output which is as in the input. The reason for this is D1, D3 will be forward bias. Clear? Am I clear? So, during positive half cycle, we will collect the voltage at RL. The reason for this voltage is D1 and D3 are forward bias. D2 and D4 are reverse bias. So, this is due to the D1 and D3. Next, coming to negative half cycle, the end P will be negative and the end Q will be positive. Due to this, the negative end P will be connected to negative terminal of D4 and the positive end Q will be connected to positive terminal of D2. So these two will be forward biased, D2 and D4 will be forward biased, and the negative terminal of P will be connected to positive terminal of D1, and in the same way the positive terminal of Q will be connected to negative terminal of D3. So D1 and D3 will be reverse bias. So we are getting the output voltage due to D2 and D4. The direction will be same. So during this negative half cycle, we are again getting the positive half cycle which is due to the D2 and D4. So at a time for each and every half cycle, two diodes will be forward biased and the other two will be reverse biased. But the current direction will be same. That's why we are showing each and every cycle is positive. Clear? So the major differences between center tapped rectifier and full wave rectifier. In the center tapped rectifier, we are using two diodes. Here we are using four diodes, D1, D2, D3, D4, and the need for center tapping is eliminated here, right? And entire voltage of secondary winding is utilized here. So we are getting more voltage than center tapped full wave rectifier. Even though we are obtaining a complete wave, but still we are getting more voltage when compared to center tapped. Clear? This is the operation here. During positive half cycle what happened you can see, and during negative half cycle also you can see here. So as we discussed already, advantages: need for center tapped is eliminated, and output is twice of the center tapped, because in the center tapped at a time we are utilizing the half of the secondary winding. We'll see this, right? Let's see once. See, in the center tapped rectifier, a wire is connected at exact middle point of the secondary winding. So at a time only D1 is forward biased and D2 is forward biased. So when D1 is forward biased, only this voltage, this half of the secondary winding voltage is utilized, and during D2 is forward biased, this half of the winding is utilized, because we are separating this primary winding into two parts. But coming to bridge rectifier, there is no separation in the secondary winding, so we can utilize the entire voltage of secondary winding. Clear? Coming to disadvantage, we are using 4 diodes, so the hardware equipment is increased, the size increased, cost increased, weight increased, everything is increased, and voltage drop is also increased. Voltage drop is simply double, twice than center tapped rectifier. So up to this topic we are done with rectifiers. So I want to give an assignment. Please write down the differences between half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Clear? So full wave means we are getting center tapped and bridge will be in same. And one more difference, compare bridge rectifier and center tapped rectifier. This will be a short answer for you. Okay. Now let's move to our next topic, which is clippers. So clipper, what is a clipper? Clipping, cutting, removing. So clipping is nothing but removing, cutting. So what we are going to remove, what we are going to cut? Clippers are the wave shaping circuits. A clipper is a wave shaping circuit which is used to remove the unwanted waveform, unwanted portion in a sine wave. So for example, in this sine wave, I am having 2 positive cycles and 1 negative half cycle. So in this AC signal, I want to remove the negative half cycle. I want to clip the negative half cycle. So by using some clippers, I can remove only the negative half cycle, or sometimes I can remove only the positive half cycle, and even I can remove half part of the negative half cycle also. I don't want to remove the entire half cycle. I just want to remove only half of the part of the negative half cycle. I want to remove half part of the positive half cycle. So clipper is a wave shaping circuit which will shape your AC signal, and by using clippers you can remove the unwanted, undesired part of your AC signal. That is the simple definition of AC signal. That is the simple definition of clippers. So clipper is a wave shaping circuit which removes the unwanted portion of the waveform. Okay. If in a sine wave, if in a AC signal, if I remove only positive half cycle For example, let's see here. Here, what happened here? What happened in the half wave rectifier? Please go through half wave rectifier once. What happened? In this half wave rectifier, the input signal is having complete sine wave. It has positive half cycle and it has negative half cycle. Positive and negative. But coming to output, it only has positive half cycle. So which part is removed here? In the half wave rectifier, we removed the negative part. We have removed the negative half cycle. Right. We just completely removed the negative version of this input. So we can simply say half wave rectifier is a negative clipper because here the negative part is removed. Am I clear? If only the positive half cycle is removed, that will be known as positive clipper. But in the half wave rectifier, we are removing only negative part. So this is known as a negative clipper. Okay. I think I am clear. Depending upon the clipping area, we can name it as a negative clipper or positive clipper. Fine. Now, let's go through the types of clippers. First one is series clippers and shunt clippers or parallel clippers. Even we can also classify as positive clippers and negative clippers. So coming to series clippers. Again, series clippers are two types. Series negative clippers and series positive clippers. So we will see one by one what is series positive clipper, what is series negative clipper. In the same way, shunt positive clipper and shunt negative clipper. Okay. Fine. So the given diagram is a series negative clipper. The circuit which is used here is series negative clipper. So why I am call this as a series negative clipper? Because here across the load resistor, across this resistor R, I am collecting the output voltage V0. Clear? And the input voltage is connected to the positive terminal of the diode. And what is the connection between diode and resistor? Diode and load resistor. The connection between diode and resistor is series. Right. Am I clear? And the V0 or the load resistor is connected to the negative terminal of the diode. So I just want to clear the title, series negative clipper. Why I am calling this as series negative clipper? For series, here the resistor and diode are connected in series with each other. So this is a series clipper. And why this is a negative clipper? The load resistor is connected to negative terminal of the diode. So you can simply say that this is a series negative clipper. Am I clear? We need to justify the title. We need to justify the type of clipper here. Now, again the input is very clear. A complete AC signal which is having positive terminal and negative terminal. Now, what happened? So during this positive half cycle, a positive voltage is connected to diode positive and the diode becomes forward biased and the positive half cycle will simply displace here. During this negative half cycle, the negative external voltage will connected to the diode positive and this diode will be reverse biased and we have nothing at the negative half cycle. For these two also same thing happened. So this is the input AC signal we are applying and this is the output. Okay. So in this output, which part is clipped, which part is removed. Either we have removed a positive part or negative part. Here we are removing the negative part. So the removed part is also indicates the title. This is known as negative clipper because we have removed the negative part here. Clear? Am I clear with series negative clipper? Load resistor and diode will be connected in series, and resistor is connected with the negative terminal of the diode, and in the same way we have eliminated, we have clipped, we have removed the negative part of the output. Okay, let's go to next topic. Series positive clipper. Again, the input is still AC signal and the resistor and diode are connected in series with each other, and the resistor is connected with positive terminal of the diode. Okay, so during positive half cycle, when I apply a positive half cycle, a positive terminal is connected to the diode negative terminal. So positive in A area and negative in diode negative terminal. So positive negative. For this condition, the diode will be reverse biased. So when the diode is reverse biased, we have nothing at the output. So there is nothing at the positive half cycle area. Case 2. During negative half cycle. So I am applying a negative external voltage at here, and which is connected to negative terminal of the diode. So negative and negative. So negative and negative. In the same way as positive and positive, for the negative and negative also, this diode will be forward biased, and the negative half cycle will simply reflect this diagram. Clear? So which part is removed here? Which part is clipped here? The positive part. So that's why this is known as series positive clipper. Clear? Operation is very simple. The missing part is indicated in the title. Here the missing part is positive half cycle. So this is a positive clipper, and resistor and diode are connected in positive. So this is series positive clipper. Simple. Coming to the shunt clippers. Shunt clippers are parallel clippers. Parallel clippers are two types: positive parallel clipper, negative parallel clipper, positive shunt clipper, negative shunt clipper. Shunt, positive, both are same. First one, shunt negative clipper or parallel negative clipper. Don't confuse shunt negative clipper or negative shunt clipper, both are same. So while observing the title, negative clipper, so in this we are going to eliminate the negative half cycle here. And shunt, the resistor is connected with shunt. Okay, and coming to the series clippers, what happened in the series clippers? These are interchanged, right? Clear? The output is series with the diode. Here the output V0 is in parallel with the diode. I am repeating again, in the shunt clippers, the diode and resistor are connected in series, and the diode and V0 output are connected in the shunt mode, parallel mode. Coming to the series positive clipper, the diode and resistor are connected in series, right? This is the major difference here. Please go through it. And voltage and diode also connected in series. Please check. Diode is connected with series with resistor, and the diode is connected in series with voltage, output voltage. But coming to shunt negative clipper, the diode is connected in series with resistor but in series with output voltage. So that's why this is known as shunt clipper or parallel clipper. And what about the negative terminal? So we are collecting the data at negative terminal, or the resistor is connected to negative terminal of the diode. Okay. Now what happened during positive half cycle? When a positive half cycle is applied, here I am connecting a positive value, and this positive electrode, this positive external voltage is connected to negative terminal of the diode. Right? Am I clear? So I am connecting a positive voltage at this end and a negative voltage, and this positive voltage is connected to negative terminal of the diode. What happened? The diode will be in forward condition or reverse condition. This positive external voltage is connected to diode negative terminal. So positive to negative. Now the diode will becomes reverse biased. So in this we will get a open circuit condition. So whatever will be the positive half cycle will be collected here. Clear? So in the positive half cycle we are getting the exact positive half cycle. Coming to the negative half cycle, I am connecting a negative half cycle here. So negative external voltage will be connected to negative terminal of the diode through the resistor. A negative voltage here, and this negative voltage will connected to negative terminal of diode. So negative negative, what happened? The diode will be forward biased, and whatever will be the voltage will simply go to the ground. Clear? So I repeat, in case 2 I am applying a negative half cycle. So a negative electrode or negative external voltage is connected to the negative terminal of the diode, and diode will be forward biased, and the voltage will be reaches to the diode and the current in this direction. Okay. So there is nothing at the output because everything will reaches here. So here we can clip the negative half cycle. So this is known as shunt negative clipper. The last clipper, shunt positive clipper. So we are clipping the positive area. So this is known as positive clipper, and the output is collected parallel with the diode. So these two are connected in parallel or shunt. So whenever the positive cycle is applied, during this positive half cycle, a positive electrode will be connected to the positive terminal of the diode. Positive external voltage will be connected to positive terminal of the diode, and the entire voltage will go through like this. It is connected to ground symbol. Okay. So we have nothing at the output. So there is nothing at the positive half cycle. And for case 2, during negative half cycle, a negative external voltage will be connected to positive terminal of the diode. So negative. So in the shunt positive clipper, the positive part of the input waveform is eliminated. So during positive half cycle, a positive voltage will connected to diode positive terminal, and the entire voltage will drops here. And in the same way, during negative half cycle, the negative voltage will be connected to the diode positive terminal, and the diode acts as a open circuit, and the entire voltage will be collected at V0. So we will get the negative half cycle only. Clear? So we can simply observe from the title, in the positive clipper, the positive half cycle will be removed. Clips. Let's go to our next topic. Shunt two-level clipper or slicer. So again, I am applying a AC input voltage, which is entire sine wave, complete sine wave, and this AC input signal is applied to resistor through D1 and D2. So both D1 or D2 are connected in shunt parallel with each other, and the output is also taken parallel with these two. So that's why this is known as shunt clipper and two-level clipper. Shunt two-level clipper. So we are going to clip two levels. We are going to clip positive level and negative level. So we can also say this is shunt positive negative clipper or shunt two-level clipper or slicer. So let's see what happened. During positive half cycle, D1 will be forward biased and D2 will be reverse biased. So D1 will work as a closed circuit and D2 will work as a open circuit. So the entire positive half cycle will drops here because D1 is forward biased. So there is nothing at the output because the positive half cycle is connected to D1 positive and D1 positive terminal, positive with D2 negative terminal. So obviously D2 will be reverse biased and D1 will be forward biased. So the entire voltage drops here. So we have nothing at the positive terminal, positive half cycle. Next, during negative half cycle, the negative will be connected to D1 positive, the negative will be connected to D2 negative. So D2 will be forward biased and D1 will be reverse biased. So this is a open circuit and the entire voltage will drop through D2. So again we have nothing at the negative half cycle. So we clips positive half cycle and negative half cycle. So this is known as shunt positive negative clipper and shunt two-level clipper. We simply clips positive half cycle along with negative half cycle. And for this technique we need two diodes. In the previous topics, at a time we will remove only one of the half cycle. At a time we will remove positive half cycle or for sometimes we remove negative half cycle. So for this purpose we require only one diode. But coming to the slicer, here we have removed two positive cycles, two complete cycles, one positive cycle and one negative cycle. So for this we need two diodes, D1 and D2. Clear? Okay. I think this is the last topic of this unit, application of clippers. So what are the major applications? We can remove the unwanted position of the input waveform. Here I think the positive half cycle is not needed for my application. I have some specific application. In that specific application, the information is required only in negative half cycle. So I don't have any important thing in positive half cycle. So I simply wanted to remove the positive half cycle. So clipper is used to remove the unwanted portion. It may be sometimes positive or sometimes negative. So clipper will simply use it to remove the unwanted portion of your input signal, of your information. And it will of course removing is nothing but shapes the existing waveform. So after removing, the given AC signal will be reshaped and protects from transients, disturbances, and we have initially discussed it. It is known as half-wave rectifier because in half-wave rectifier the negative portion is removed. So one of the major application is half-wave rectifier. If this question is asked for essay question, please write down all the 6 topics and explain about half-wave rectifier. Okay. Used as amplitude selector and voltage limiter. We can select the particular voltage. We can select the required voltage only. Okay. So these are the quiz questions, and please go through these. This will be very helpful during objective, during online bits. I'll share this PPT in your WhatsApp groups. Please go through the video and text me for any doubts. Okay. So up to this topic clippers, we have completed the unit 4. In the next lecture, we'll start the 5th unit. And again, I am remembering you, for the understanding of 5th unit, you need to get the detailed idea about PN junction diode. Without understanding the PN junction diode, we can't understand the unit 5, that is about transistors. Okay. So I am done with this lecture. Please go through the quiz questions and go through this and answer these questions in the chat box given below. Okay. Thank you.